a podcast to honor the gods.
This better come with a sacrifice.
Dave X Media.
The gods are real. Like, the Greek gods? Welcome to Of the Eldest Gods, where we discuss Rick Riordan's role as our godly parent.
I am Ray. I'm from Cabin 12.
And I'm Charlie from Cabin 13.
And I'm Robert. I'm from Cabin 9.
He
Oh
even
my
said
God.
it right.
I'm so proud of you. This has already been quite a time.
We are all just vibing.
You
Don't
can't
question
dance.
the man behind the curtain.
Oh my goodness. We have to not sing in this episode. So, if you start singing, Robert, I will murder you.
Okay.
If you're happy
but
and you know it, clap your
Charlie.
hands.
Yeah? Yeah?
It may be an impossible task, is all that I'm saying.
Listen, this is a banging
Hey.
album
Can
we're gonna look
Can
at.
we just rap the song? Seriously. We can just do that, right? That's allowed.
No.
I mean, you can
We
do
can't.
whatever you want. But I'm just saying.
You know, the gods are real. Like, the Greek gods? Like, the ones you heard about but weren't paying attention to? Well, they don't pay attention to you either.
Especially if you're their kid.
There you go! There you go. See, so, we're doing the Lightning Thief musical, if that wasn't clear. Oh my god.
What else would we be doing?
You know, I don't know. There's not a lot of content related to the Titan's Curse. We don't have a movie for this one. So, we gotta do the
We
musical.
don't?
Tragic. It's not actually tragic. They should not have kept making those.
The second one was terrible, but it gave us some really good lines of dialogue.
I gotta say, listen, here's my hot take for the Sea of Monsters movie. It has a better Clarice than what the fandom thinks Clarice is.
I mean-
that's a very spicy take.
I mean, you're probably not wrong. I do wish she was more buff.
Mood.
We all wish for big buff ladies.
I want big buff lesbian Clarice.
Charlie, you can't have it all, Charlie. If you had it all, what would be the point?
I just
I-
need to see butch women sometimes, okay?
I do! I really
Only
do.
sometimes.
But you don't see butch women at all, is the
Hey,
problem.
I like femmes
Sometimes,
too,
like-
okay?
Like every other Tuesday. Butch Tuesday.
A Butch Tuesday.
God, I wish we had Butch Tuesday.
Let's start a new hashtag. Hashtag Butch Tuesday.
Hashtag Butch Tuesday.
Oh my
I'm
god.
ready.
How do we want to start doing this? My god. It's the Lightning Thief. Like, what are you expecting
It's
here?
delightful.
It's the Lightning Thief, but in musical form. Do we need to talk about, like, the different, like, fucking roles that they combine for this? Because I kind of love it. How they combine the different roles for people in this fucking musical.
So we're talking about the original cast, right?
I mean, it mostly, we can talk about the different cast. There's a few different fucking casts here. Okay.
No.
Oh.
We cannot. It does. Okay, no, I can't say that because any actor who hops on the stage and performs a part is well respected in my heart. But I saw the Lightning Thief musical when it was on Broadway again with the
Oh.
original cast, and that is how I need to remember it.
That's so incredible.
Yes, it was great.
I saw the off-Broadway revival, so.
Off-Broadway revival.
I watched a upload of it off of YouTube one time, so I don't remember it well. I only listened to the soundtrack for this.
You know what's funny? It's a little tangent. Is that God? Why can't I remember his name? Why was I about to call him Alexander Hamilton? Lin-Manuel Miranda
Close enough. Same thing. Hermes.
has a thing where he hates people who like pirate musicals or shows because it's like, oh, you're supposed to support, which we don't agree with.
Fuck
It's
that.
one of his asshole traits. And oh, and he's Hermes. Hermes.
Yeah,
He was casted as Hermes.
that's why I said
Yes.
when you said Lin-Manuel Miranda. I'm like, Hermes. Also, I lied. I saw the U.S. tour. My eyes
nice.
went to Off-Broadway Revival, and I'm like, no, that's not what I saw, because I saw it in Boston.
And the reason that I need to bring up the original casting is because Chris McCarroll is a perfect Percy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does do a very nice job.
He does do a very nice job. The show asks you to suspend some disbelief why a full-grown man is playing a, 12-year-old boy, and also the Lightning Thief musical sort of, plays with the idea of they're not 12, they're just a person.
Not as bad as the Dear Evan Hansen film.
Oh, good God.
I watched a Harry Potter musical where they're like, hey, I'm 12, even though it's fucking Darren Criss and he's like a college student. No, he's not fucking 12. So my disbelief is just like, you're on a stage. I don't care what age you look like.
Yeah, that's just how musicals be.
Like you're whatever. It doesn't matter. Yeah. But I love how just literally Percy and Annabeth are they play that one role, and everybody else plays a bunch, or at least two. It's just wild.
That's how musicals be. You only have so many people who can tour or whatever. I don't actually know why musicals be like that, but
we should have asked a musical friend, because we have many friends who do the arts and theater the Percy Jackson world.
Robert, well, a musical friend that I would have had on this podcast died recently, so sorry.
Charlie.
That's okay. They're it's a way to process grief.
It is in fact.
I know.
Sort of joking around. I just would like to point out how Chiron and Poseidon are played by the same person, which really screwed with me and really doubled down on the Chiron's supposed to be the father figure.
Okay. Chiron, Poseidon and Medusa are played by the same person.
Yes, you're right. I think he also does the
me.
voice of Kronos.
Yeah, okay, that's what this
there's
says
a section
here. I'm on the Wikipedia right now.
I'm also on the Wikipedia.
Because
Wow.
Wikipedia is our one source. We support Wikipedia. This is our ad.
The One Piece is real, and the One Piece is Wikipedia. I don't know what that means, by the way. I don't know anything about One Piece.
I don't either. Okay, and the original cast, Grover just played Grover, but then later on they had Grover is also Dionysus, which is very cool to me, because Dionysus often has satyr followers.
Yeah. The cult of Dionysus.
So speaking of the cast, George Salazar really stands out. His vocal acting while singing is honestly just incredible. You can hear him smiling. He just has so much personality.
Oh yeah. Did they really upped Grover as the gay best friend, didn't they?
A little bit. Especially when it's Jurel Javier.
Yeah. I love it. I love it so much.
Yeah.
Also, beautiful that Luke and Ares are played by the same person.
It's a metaphor. You put the killing. No, I'm not going to say that.
You put what?
You put the killing thing in your mouth, but you don't give it the power to kill you. It's a John Green quote.
Oh my God. We're not doing this.
John Green, if he wrote better, would be a better writer.
This is why I don't read John Green books.
Don't bully John Green. He doesn't need it. Even if you think he deserves it, he's been bullied enough.
Oh yeah, he was bullied off Tumblr. Those were wild fucking days.
Regardless, I don't read books where people die of cancer, so I'm good. Mrs. Dodds and Clarice, played by the same person.
We respect that.
Okay, I love that specifically certain of these roles are written to be played by the same person, and then some of them, they just, doubled up that way because it worked, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Sally and the Oracle are played by the same actress, and that makes a lot of sense. Sally was Percy's, guide to the world, the mortal world, and the Oracle would be the guide to the demigod world, to, the quests. So, nice symbolism, nice comparison.
Okay, I really like it. What I'm used to is the newer cast, the 2017 to 2019 versions, because that's where we have female Charon, who is also played by Sally.
Yeah, which I vibe with so hard.
I love her.
It's very good.
Oh, she was so good.
Alright, and now, just because I always like bringing this story up, Jalen Steele is the actress who I saw who's playing Sally and Charon. our beloved friend Fran, who was in a recent episode of your podcast.
Hey,
Fran.
Love them.
Got to interview our beloved Jalen, and you know what Fran said to her face? That Sally Jackson is a MILF.
I forgot about that.
And
it's
she
true.
I forgot how Fran also like worded it, but also unintentionally called Jalen a MILF. And in the video version of the interview, you could see Jalen sort of do like a, what? Okay, sure.
Listen.
It's fantastic.
Fran is my hero.
Fran is everyone's hero. You can't just summon up the courage to call the person who plays Sally Jackson a MILF.
Okay, I said that as soon as we got the casting for the TV show. I was like, oh look, they made Sally a MILF. Good. Oh my god.
I mean, they have to. She attracted Poseidon.
Exactly!
Yeah. I also love how in the musical, there aren't really a whole lot of background, like, campers that we're aware of. The only one we have is Katie Gardner.
Yeah. It's a choice that they've made.
There's no Stoll brothers. There's no Dionysus kids. There's no any of the Apollo kids who...
Beckendorf gets mentioned.
Oh yes, Beckendorf gets mentioned. Selena's also there.
Also gets implied to be cheating on Selena, which is fucked up.
Okay, okay, I have thoughts about that. I didn't understand that that's what was happening. I thought the Dryad was just pulling something. There. I heard somebody say, "Oh yeah, like he's cheating on her." I'm like, "Oh." I'm dumb. Anyway. Okay, I find it interesting here that like just going off still the cast list thing, like they didn't have Selena, Katie, or Kronos in the original cast before.
Interesting. They added more lines and parts. That's very interesting that Kronos didn't show up. I wonder how much it got rewritten for that.
Yeah. And also, it used to be a male Charon, but we stand female Charon.
That's a role that's very easy to have either way, honestly.
Yeah. Do we want to talk about each song on the list?
Well, we can at least start at the beginning and kind of go through what interests us.
I mean, we don't have to go through it.
Start at the beginning.
The same way that...
A very good place to start.
The same way that Ray and I went through Ulysses Dies at Dawn. Remember that?
That was a fucking mistake. It was the most fun I've ever had, but it was not good podcasting.
We talked for, 4 hours? 4 hours of deep dive.
Okay. Yeah, we went through every line.
So we start with prologue / the day I got expelled. I want to hear y'all's opinion about it because I have my opinion that's also kind of influenced by theater kids.
So I like the idea of prologue very much because I enjoy the opening of the first book where the whole thing of if you recognize yourself in this, stop reading. That's a very fun intro for a kid. I kind of wish that they did that every book, just like Animorphs does.
Very good.
It's iconic.
Luke has the first line.
Oh, I see. That's interesting.
Yeah. The gods are real, like the Greek gods.
And then it's Annabeth, and then the rest of them. But then Percy does his iconic, look, I didn't want to be a half-blood.
I like that transition also.
I love this song so much, actually. I do listen to this
great.
one as much as I listen to Good Kid and Grand Plan, so...
Interesting. Very interesting.
Yeah.
Something about the writing actually kind of bothers me.
That's where I bring in the opinion of theater kids, where they all pretty much say, this is kind of cringe.
Okay, I didn't want to say that word, but...
Cringe is dead.
It's mostly fine. I don't like, especially if you're their kid, I'm like, like, when it goes to that line, I'm like, meh.
I really, really like, I literally said his name 2 seconds ago. Oh my god, why can't I remember it? Chris McCarroll. I really love his voice in this song in particular because a lot of his range makes him sound sort of like a rock star, I guess, is how I interpret it.
I mean, this is a rock musical, isn't it?
Yeah, I think that's supposed to be... I think this is general vibe for a bunch of the songs, but there are some slowish, triumphant number songs like Grand Plan.
We'll get into that a little later. I have some opinions. I have some thoughts.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I just like this.
And that is so valid of you, Charlie.
I like the storytelling, okay?
I feel like we should rate all the songs as we go.
You want to rank all the songs?
Not rank. Rank would be like going through every song and be like, I think this one's first, this one's second. No, none of that. I think we should rate every of the songs on a scale of, let's say, 1 to 5 golden drachmas.
Okay, are we saying that we're doing both as one, or are Prologue and The Day I Got Expelled different?
The Prologue and Day I Got Expelled are considered the same song.
Okay.
Yeah.
They're on the same track.
Yes. I would give it a strong 4 out of 5 golden drachmas.
Same. Ray?
3.
A 3.
A generous 3.
A generous 3 at that.
Boy.
Yeah, it's not... It's got some good moments, but it is not especially listenable, in my opinion.
I still love it. Leave me alone.
I don't want to bring you down, and I'm not trying to, like, come at you. I'm saying that you have your opinion and I have my opinion, and I have a lot of various issues with this musical.
I knew this episode was gonna be, like, just you bragging on it, so...
I'm not trying to rag on it.
I know it's gonna happen. It's okay. It's okay. I listen to Fran's podcast where they continuously rag on all of everything. So
great.
I can handle it.
If it exists in the Percy Jackson universe, Fran has at one point said it's shit.
Incredible. For a bonus episode recently, I made Charlie watch Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? And they did not enjoy it, like, at all. And I'm like,
really?
Okay. I'll just sit here and, like, cry.
I tried showing Charlie Ben 10 and they, like, sat through the first episode drawing for half of it.
That's how I watch shows. I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm. Alright, so we have now our first contender for song that might have made us cry. We have Strong, which is the duet sang by Sally and Percy.
Okay, I believe this is also, like, the first song that was written for this musical.
Oh, that's cool.
I believe so, too.
Yeah.
Strong is one that I tend to forget, but I found it surprisingly enjoyable.
I cannot forget this song because this has the iconic line of, my ADD gets the best of me, dyslexia, not cool.
Mood.
Lives in my head rent-free. Like, I love that. Most of it is, like, so, like, just mother-son, like, you can be strong, you can get through this, and then there's, like, Percy doing his little angsty thing for 5 seconds.
Which is, like, peak Percy.
Yeah. But, 5 out of 5. It's beautiful.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I would give it a 4 out of 5.
I also have, like, some of the cringe problem with this song. Probably a 2.
I feel no cringe. Actually, you know what the cringe is? The cringe is, the bonus track that you did not listen to that we will still talk about.
Yeah, good. I'm excited.
I'm gonna force you to talk about it.
This song also has balladish vibes. It's kind of a slower song. It's very emotional. This musical has such an over-influx of ballads. It is so, like, it gets monotonous, guys. I'm so sorry. It is too much. Charlie is making an upset face and shaking their head.
I love it!
I have similar issues with Finding Neverland and Dear Evan Hansen, where it all just, when it's all at a certain emotional height, then you lose any kind of, like, you lose the power of going to those emotional heights when you're there too long. But that is probably a me thing.
I mean, my problem with Dear Evan Hansen is that it exists.
Dear Evan Hansen has a lot of problems.
It's really bold for a musical to be made about arguably the worst person ever.
I mean, he is the villain, right? I never listened to it, but that's what I know about it.
If anyone watches that musical or watches the movie to thinking that he's the protagonist, he's the hero of the story.
Well, I mean, he is the protagonist, but that doesn't mean he's a good person.
He can be the protagonist.
I keep forgetting that protagonist
but he's the
and
villain.
hero. Yeah. Protagonistic villain. It's like people listen, you can enjoy his character, I say treadingly, but if you like relate to that character and you're like, oh yeah, I would do the same thing, that's where there's a problem.
Well,
we're not here to talk about this.
Okay, we can't get into that because I'm like, I understand where his thing started from and then it goes to some fucking places, but but we can't get into that right now. We're talking about Percy Jackson.
We can go wherever
if
we
y'all
want
to talk about that, we could do that on a different episode. We're talking about this
behind
musical.
the paywall. Give money to hear that episode between these two. All right. What about the Minotaur / the Weirdest Dream?
Okay, now I've forgotten what this song entails entirely.
So did I.
Well, it's mostly like a plot song, like a bunch of shit happens. So
it's supposed to be that transitionary period between when Sally dies and when Percy wakes up.
Oh, this is when Poseidon shows up.
I believe so. Yes.
In the dream part.
And also Percy says that Annabeth has the most beautiful face he's ever seen, so...
You jewel when you sleep!
Barely even knows her and already simping after her. My boy Percy.
The iconic line, like that is a great moment where he's like, she's so beautiful, I'm in love, and she's like, you drool in your sleep. Good, thank you.
I don't even remember what the Minotaur part sounds like, so I don't think that has a very,
That's more just, them talking, so...
Okay, but I do remember the Dream song, and it's pretty alright.
3 out of 5.
Yeah, I'd give that a 3.
I would probably agree, yeah. I remember not much.
Transition music.
Just listen to this music while you're taking your HRT or undergoing gender reaffirming surgery.
Transition music.
Transition music.
Hey. Then we get Mr. D's song, Another Terrible Day.
I fucking love that song so much. It's sung in a way almost like how oh god, who's the voice actor for Phil from Hercules? Fucking
right?
Yes.
God, what's his name? I forgot. Oh my god.
What's his name? It's that guy. It's fucking
the Trash Man.
The fucking little man who I love.
We don't love him enough to remember his name apparently.
My brain is super not here right now.
Here, if I just type in short man actor, everyone.
Well, he's in fucking It's Always
loves.
Sunny in Philadelphia, and I can't remember what his name is.
If I just do trash man actor, there we
go.
God. Danny DeVito. There we go.
Danny DeVito. Thank you.
The way this song is sung, I'm getting reminded of like how Danny DeVito sang in Hercules.
Now, are you talking about George Salazar, the 2017 version?
That is
Yes, I'm talking about the 2017 version.
That is the deluxe edition on Spotify, so yeah.
Okay, the deluxe edition and the 2017 edition are the same. They just add the bonus songs.
Yep.
On the second one.
Yes.
But
it's such a good, My Life Fucking Sucks and Fuck All You Guys song. I just love it so much.
Yeah. I'm so glad that they characterized him like, okay, you can see that he cares, but also...
Yeah, he's actually helping. Like...
He's just so done with it. He's like, my god, you kids are so dumb. Like, can you stop being so dumb about it? I will help you, but stop it.
This song loses points for implying that Beckendorf would ever cheat on his girlfriend.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Agreed.
It loses all its points. 0 out of 5 now. 3 out of 5?
Yeah, I can give it a 3 out of 5.
Yeah, I'll give it a 3. Sure. Should we be, taking notes? Should we be, averaging our scores? What are we doing?
Nah, we'll just remember at the we'll at the end of the episode, we should just be like, our favorite song is
when we can figure out when somebody gives things a really bad score, we'll be like, okay, this is the worst song. When we all give it a really good score, we'll be like, this is the best song, clearly. Okay?
Speaking of good score and bad score, I don't remember I don't remember their sign at all.
Interesting. So Chiron tells Percy to look for the god's sign, and it's very weirdly Christian. He's like, the gods have plans, and...
Yeah, it kind of is. I don't love it. It does introduce Luke.
Oh, yes. That's what I was going to say, too, that he talks to Luke, and that Luke explains that the gods claim you with their sign.
It sort of tries to give the vibes of, Go the Distance from Hercules, but it does not quite match up.
I guess.
Yeah, and it's also another slow song. Not really slow, but, overly emotional. and it doesn't quite work for me. And it's weirdly Christian, which doesn't fit with the vibes of the rest of the musical. Oh, okay, sorry, go.
I'm sorry. It's not even that it's like slow bad. It's slower than the rest of the songs that have preceded it, which sort of like messes with the pacing of the musical for me.
Yeah, I see what you're saying there.
My post-Catholic mind is now messed up by you saying it's very Christian, so...
Everything's Christian when you think about it.
I don't like this.
In this culture, yes.
Really is. Well, I guess, I don't know.
I'm giving it a 2.
Sure.
I'm like, I could give it a 1, but I don't like hate it, so 2, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't think I hate anything, you know what I mean?
There's a song that I will give a 0.
But there are songs I like more than others. I don't hate any of the songs on this track.
Yeah.
There is only one song I hate, and it's on the bonus track, so.
Ooh. Did I already, and I mentioned it earlier.
Yeah.
Oh, well, we'll get to it.
Yeah. Okay, put you in your place. Okay. This is pretty cool because they combine the capture the flag with the what's it called?
Toilet
Supreme Lord
scene.
of the Bathroom.
Yes, I thought that was a really smart adaptation choice. Getting in both of the conflicts with Clarice without wasting any time.
Yeah.
And it's also catchy.
It is
it's
very
decent.
cool. And then they do reuse like this put you in your place. I noticed that back in like Son of Poseidon.
We'll talk about it when it comes up later, you know?
Yeah.
There's a few motifs that come back, and that's one of my favorite musical things.
Yeah,
Yes.
me
Oh,
too.
absolutely.
Yeah. If you don't reuse music from other songs, what the fuck are you doing with your musical? You failed.
It's not a musical, but the peak that I've seen a piece of media do this is Bo Burnham's Inside.
I never watched it because I was like, this is going to activate a sleeper agent in my brain that will give me a super ultra depression. And so I have to wait until I'm ready.
On a scale of 1 to 10, here, let me Baymax you. On a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate your pain?
In general, or like, probably like, I don't know, 8?
Okay, then don't watch Inside, you will get fucked up.
Yeah, okay, good. Yeah, that's what I figured, but I need to see it at some point. Anyway, sorry.
So yeah, put it in your place. I think I said 3?
Yeah.
I'll probably give it a 2.
But now, we're up to my first 5 out of 5, the Campfire Song!
Mood, actually.
Yeah, it's alright.
Listen.
Ray has no emotions,
Listen.
no soul, no heart.
I'm very harsh on this musical, I'm sorry. It's like fine, but it's not my favorite musical.
This is what I'm here for. Like, this is the camp vibes.
Exactly.
The Campfire song.
Yeah.
I just love how when it gets to Percy's part, he tries to sing nicely about his mom, and they're like, no. This is the part where you talk shit about your dad. He's like, I don't know my dad, so make stuff up!
Exactly.
Yeah, I love that for them, TBH. It is good. Speaking of camp vibes, to go back to, like, adaptation talk, what I appreciate is, like, the whole first act of this takes place in camp, which was, like, they really fucked up the first movie by not spending enough time in camp, so you don't get any of the vibes, and it doesn't become a place where you want to go as a kid. You know, that's half the point of the first book, is getting introduced to this location. So it's nice that the musical takes its time there.
Yeah. So yeah, Campfire Song, I said 5 out of 5. It's a perfect song for me.
I love it, and I also, this is another one that I just re-listen to a lot. I do re-listen to, like, half of this album a lot, actually.
I'll give it a 4. I think it's better than some of the other ones. It has a good concept, but I also, like, okay, to, like, talk about the musical as a whole, I don't think any of the music is particularly interesting. It's all perfectly serviceable, but they use very standard chord progressions. They're using kind of, like, you know, they're playing with cliches, but they're not doing enough with them to make those cliches different and interesting. And so I don't find it a particularly enjoyable listen. It's fine. It's all fine.
I enjoy it.
I'm so sorry to hurt your feelings, but that's what I'm here for today, I guess.
I am just here for these kids to rag on their parents that they barely know at all.
Which is pretty good. Katie's part is weird.
Yeah, Katie's part is weird. I would say Annabeth's is probably the best.
Annabeth's part is definitely the best
God,
written one.
what does she say in that one? Oh my god.
Something about how she was given a cap of invisibility, and that's like
no, that's
perfect
later.
for a kid who's ignored. No, yeah, that's in Grand Plan. My bad. Yeah.
Yeah. She only talks about her mom for a little bit, and then she talks about how she ran away from home.
She swore off gluten and she swore off guys.
Oh, yeah.
I love that one.
She swore
very good.
off gluten and she swore off guys. Oh, fuck, I sang.
Shut the fuck up.
Damn, Charlie's rude to me.
Yeah. Okay, Grover's part is sad.
Grover's part is also good. Okay, yeah, I like both Annabeth and Grover's parts. I don't like Selena's part. I don't like Katie's part. They imply that the gods are more present than they actually are for the sake of comedy, which would be fine if they were funnier.
Well, I also assume that those two were added in later. Like, remember, those characters weren't in the original run of it. So
I probably would have enjoyed the original run better, honestly.
Probably.
So, anyways, I'll give this song a 4. It's fine.
Chiron just saying, "My father's Kronos."
Oh yeah, that's good.
And then running away.
Perfect. And everyone being like, Chiron wins.
Yep, that's
very
nice.
it. Anyways.
Speaking of, and then another 5 out of 5 for me, the Oracle.
Okay.
I love the whole, I forget what the name of the music genre is. The whole, like, not gospel, the whole, like, God, it's a specific genre. Gospel isn't the right word. Sure, let's just go with, like, gospel, I guess. It just, you can tell, it's a perfect song to talk about the Oracle, the predictor of the future and all that. It really gives this, like, mysterious aura for me.
It does, and I also love this style of music, and I also think this song is very good, but what bothers me about it is that it does also play into, like, stereotypes of, like, the mystical African-American person who's gonna...
Okay, that's what I remembered from the song. I was like, wait, I had thoughts about this. Yeah. The accent they gave her.
Well, I think she also just sounds like that. Like, when she's doing Sally, you know, she has that pretty similar voice.
I'm pretty sure she puts on a heavy accent for the Spirit of Delphi. Oracle, whatever.
This I don't remember.
I think it's just that she has a voice that's sort of like that, and she's singing this style of music. I think she might have a slight accent for it, but I don't know that it's very prominent. I don't know. Sometimes I miss out that kind of thing, so I might be totally off.
Okay, so remembering that it is, that does happen. I completely forgot about that. Like 3 out of 5, maybe?
Musically, it's a 5 out of 5. It sounds real good.
But it gets dragged down because it's kind of bad.
But we do have to worry about racism, I guess. But
I guess.
Just a little bit.
There's a song in the Little Shop of Horrors musical that does not make it into the film version because it's really anti-Semitic, but it does fucking slap.
Oh.
Because Jewish music fucking slaps. But when you have a Jewish character and he sings about how much he wants money, then that's kind of a problem. So...
Me thinking about the Barbie cinematic universe now?
When are you ever not thinking about the Barbie cinematic universe?
You know what, Robert? Shut the fuck up.
Are they wrong?
No. Yeah, so that's a song. Good Kid.
Good Kid. Good Kid hits emotionally. It's a very good ballad song. It is hurt by the fact that it is surrounded by so many other ballad songs in this musical. But by itself, I'll give it a 5.
Yes, thank you. This is the song that I learned how to sing with.
Aww.
I literally brought this to my instructor and I'm like, I want to learn how to sing. And she's like, it's beautiful, it's perfect. And then we got to also bond about, like, parent stuff. This song fucking breaks me every time I listen to it. Every time I sing it. There are 2 songs that, like, are a really good gauge for my mental health and how I sing them. One is the part of Bohemian Rhapsody where it's like, I wish I'd never been born at all.
Mood.
And the other
you built that
is
out. Mood.
And then the other is just this song. And however I sing both of those, pieces of media, that's how I determine, like, oh, I'm not doing okay.
Yeah. Hey, Pack Your Bags, Percy, you're always to blame. Hits so fucking hard. I'm going to, yeah.
Yeah. The fact that he feels like he's being kicked out of the camp, that does break me. I mean, he's not being kicked out.
His choices are go on the quest or get kicked out to, like, protect the other campers.
Don't make me sad.
Which is also a good adaptational choice to connect the quest into this feeling of Percy's that he doesn't belong anywhere and that no one wants him. Oh, even saying that made me feel bad. He's just a little guy.
He's just a little guy. There's that part towards the end where Chris's voice just does a really good job of like, I don't know how to describe it. His inflection and the way he has this like perfect way to like pause between each sentence, where he's like, all you get are bad grades and a bum rap and a bad rep and a good smack and no friends and no hope and no mom. She's taken away. It just, oh God.
Yeah. I'm gonna cry now. Thank you. Good kid. 5 out of 5. My mental health is not good.
I wish I'd never been born at all.
Killer Quest.
It's cute. It's okay.
It's fine.
I know I remember this, but
especially for being followed after Good Kid. Like, Good Kid set a high bar, and then Killer Quest didn't, like, lower it, but it wasn't as good as Good Kid.
Yeah, and I can't even, like, bring up the melody to myself right now, so it's not the most memorable. I think that all of the Percy, Grover, Annabeth ensemble songs are good. I enjoy all, like, 3 or so that we actually get. But I think that out of those, this is the least memorable one, and so I guess I'll probably give it, like, a 2.
Robert?
A 2. Maybe, like, a 2.5. Like, it's not bad. And, like, 2 for me is, like, too bad and... 2.5. Yeah, 2.5. 2.5.
Sure. I will give it a 3, so that way we're all on 2.5.
Gradient.
There you go.
And that's the end of the first act.
Right, there are acts.
It's
a musical, Charlie.
Which is too bad, because you normally want your act closer to really hit. And so it's not a terrible act closer, but it could definitely be better.
As much as I like to rag on Hamilton, and trust me, I do, I did have my Hamilton phase, and Yorktown being the closer of the first act is powerful.
It's very interesting of a choice, not to get into talking about Hamilton, but you would expect Hamilton to end on the battles ending, but instead we kind of move forward a little bit more. It's very strange, but they do a good job with Yorktown. Or whatever it ends on.
So I say, now that we finished the first act, we should do best song in the first act, best song in the second act, and best song overall.
We did say Good Kid was the best one, I think.
Everybody actually already knows, so we can just say Good Kid is the best song of the first act and overall, and then we'll pick a second act song.
All right. And the second act starts strong with Lost. Which, we're lost in the woods in the middle of New Jersey.
You can't sing it!
We're gonna make it to LA.
You can't sing it!
The thing is that this is the catchiest song in the entire musical, and so there's no way for me not to sing along with that.
Yeah, I can't just speak it out loud. Fine, here, I'll try. We're lost in the woods in the middle of New Jersey, and we're never going to make it to LA.
You still sang.
I love, musical songs that bounce back and forth. You know, kind of, what's that fucker's name? I can't think of anybody's name today. Stephen Sondheim. His kind of style of writing. So, I find it very enjoyable, the back and forth in this.
Yeah. This also has the squirrel.
They stole that joke from Emperor's New Groove, and you cannot tell me that they didn't.
I mean, they changed it from a poodle, which it was in the book, to a squirrel.
Yes, indeed. Which is literally the joke from Emperor's New Groove.
Yep.
The Emperor's New Groove to Lightning Thief musical pipeline.
You know?
I thought it was cute. And it's also that isn't the squirrel voiced by the voice actress or by the actress who plays Clarice?
I have no fucking clue. Who plays the squirrel?
I believe so. No, the squirrel I believe is voiced by the actress who played Clarice.
How come the squirrel isn't credited? This is an outrage.
The squirrel is not credited.
The squirrel is not credited. The only reason I know this is because a long time ago, a podcast called Radio Camp Half-Blood interviewed the actress who played Clarice.
Very nice.
I miss their podcast.
Yeah.
I listened to all of their podcast in preparation for making this podcast.
Yeah. Oh, they was such a good podcast. And then also, like, Unfortunate Associates was great. I still talk to Bryce every now and then. They're great.
They do seem great.
Yeah.
So, I find this song to be a much needed source of musical interest and levity. I give it a 5.
A little bit of humor too. I would give it a 5 too.
Yeah, I will agree with this. It is very good.
Alright, but friends, we have reached the pivotal Annabeth song, My Grand Plan. Oh my god.
Ray, give me your negatives before we get into our positives.
It's another ballad. There's too fucking many. It's fine on its own. They're all fine on their own, but it is such... The musical becomes like a dirge. Like, it is all just high emotion all the time. It's too much. That said, this song is really interesting, and it's a very well-written, succinct way to give us Annabeth's emotion and backstory. It's got a lot of hard-hitting emotional moments. I think that they did a good job with it.
It's all about being a smart girl.
Yeah. You literally just sink the emotions in the first stanza line. I don't fucking... You know the only gift my mom ever gave me? A hat that makes you invisible. You put it on and no one can see you. Seemed appropriate.
Yep. Yep. No one can see you.
Thanks, Percy Jackson, the Lightning Thief musical.
For my emotion, my therapist will be billing you.
You mean your therapist will just go and see the musical?
You know what? Yeah. I should tell her to go see the musical and then be like, and then she'll come back to me and she'll be like, I understand everything that's wrong with you.
There you go. Yeah.
So yeah, My Grand Plan, God, I kind of wanted to I kind of want to be an asshole and be like 6 out of 5. Or 7 out of 5. I love this song so much.
Mood. I also do.
But then that would mean it breaks, or that it beats Good Kid for me, and I'm trying to really, like, okay, what hurts me more, the emotional Percy song or the emotional Annabeth song? And the answer is both of them, but which one hurts me a little more?
The emotional Grover song.
We have a new contender. God, no, I'm gonna keep it at a 5. I'm gonna keep it tied with Good Kid.
5 out of 5. This will probably be the second act one.
Right?
4.5. It's good. It's not as good as Good Kid, though.
No, it's different than Good Kid. I think it's improper to compare them because Percy's is I'm a screw up, no one expects anything out of me, and Annabeth's is I'm the smart one, everyone expects everything out of me. And I don't know if I can perform to their expectations.
Yeah, the writing hits as hard, musically it doesn't hit as hard for me. So that's...
I can respect
that. What prompted
okay.
this song? I forget. What prompted Annabeth to go off?
I believe Percy was just asking about how she was born, maybe? Or something like that. Percy asked something, I forget what.
Yeah, okay, it's literally after Medusa, and he asked her about stuff.
Yeah, I think this is supposed to, like, parallel the scene in... Which is funny, because we're about to get that scene. It's supposed to parallel the scene where Percy and Annabeth, like, have their first heart-to-heart in the back of the Annabelle truck.
Yeah,
that
makes sense.
Because we don't get that, yeah.
We get something along the lines of, like, the general vibes. We get the next song, which is Drive, which is catchy as hell, but so weird.
Okay.
I like Drive.
I love this song, mostly because I would listen to this so much while I was driving, because I drove a lot for work. So I would just put this song on when I wanted to be in a good mood. So...
While you were driving like a maniac and killing everyone, wildly swerving mailboxes, trying to get...
Yeah, exactly.
Speaking of George Salazar and how I'm simping, I guess, this is like his shining moment in the musical. Like, The Tree on the Hill is good, but I feel like his voice is the best in this one. Like, it really plays to his strengths.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. So how do we feel about the whole Ares thing and how they treat Ares in this song?
Yeah, it's very strange.
That's the strange part for me. He's sort of treated like an, oh hey, there's Ares kind of vibe, instead of Ares being like a primary antagonist in the first book.
Right. And I feel like that is a mistake because he's, like, you don't need to have a longer scene than what they've done here, but the scene can't be entirely amicable. Like, he needs to have some sort of threatening presence. Like, Grover just being like, that was a pretty cool guy is not exactly the vibe you want to leave people with.
I remember this song vividly from when I went to go see the musical because the, like, bus or truck or whatever that was like representative in this number was like a double bed or something, like a twin bed, like a no, what's it called, the two, one bed on top of another, what's it called?
Yeah, that's a bunk bed.
The bunk bed. It was sort of like a bunk bed, and it was funny for me.
That's cute.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, this song also has not one but two Titan's Curse references. Because we have the Hoover Dam. Why'd you buy all those damn snacks? It was the Hoover Dam, and I was hungry. And then we get the thing that everyone talks about, I think, that needs to be in the Lightning Thief, or not the Lightning Thief TV show, the Percy Jackson TV show.
Yeah. I have literally written this scene out.
Bianca and Nico were at the Lotus Hotel in the musical.
Because they were there canonically.
Literally.
They didn't get out until like the year before Titan's Curse.
Yeah,
exactly.
Absolutely.
Exactly. So, love that.
I think about that so much. Like, I just really want when the show comes out it doesn't need to be actors. It doesn't need to be anything definitive. You just get like a vaguely youngish boy actor and a vaguely youngish girl actor, and you'd be like, you just show their shoes running on the floor. Come on, Nico, wait up, Bianca. Something like that.
I feel like you could even just show their heads, and you show that they both have, like, dark hair, and one's got, like, the green beanie.
Okay, and they're standing in front of, like, a mythomagic thing. You know what I
mean?
Maybe.
Like,
yes.
I really think that it has to be, like, feet or pants or whatever, like, from the lower, so that they don't have to...
commit to a hairstyle or something.
Commit to a hairstyle, or even commit to an actor.
Right.
Like, you can have whatever little kid actor play Nico and Bianca and run past.
Right. Well, I'm thinking like a back of the head shot.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking,
fine,
too.
But
even then, because then you'll have fans who'll be like, that's not the same back of the head from 2 years ago. What is this?
Well, who gives a shit about what those people think? Like,
guess what? Those people can fuck off. I don't care what the fuck they think. Because
I'm also kind of one of those people. I kind of just want
guess what? You can fuck off, Robert.
From, like, the feet, just so that when if we get a third season, we'll get a definitive, like, Nico and Bianca actors.
I want to see the green beanie, though.
So, Drive, 4 out of 5?
I give it a 5 out of 5. Because I just like things, okay?
I don't think it's particularly listenable all the way through because of, like, a lot of the little scenes that happen, but, like, musically, the actual tune is one of my absolute favorites, so I'll probably just go for, like, a 4.5. Call that good.
Good. And then we have another weird one, the Weirdest Dream Reprise.
Okay,
but I like this as a reprise. I think it works really well.
I have to remember what happens in this one. Oh, right. Oh, this is Kronos.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I like the, bringing back the dream theme. That makes a lot of sense to me. Percy has a lot of dreams in the thing, and making that a theme that is recognizable in the musical is very nice. And then this is scary, and the music, like, changes. I think that's really effective. It's not, like, a song that I'm gonna bop to or whatever, but, like, I'm saying that, like, adaptationally, this is honestly really good. But then they just, like, chat, so, like, that doesn't matter. But, like, that moment, I think, works really well, musically.
Yeah, I can't really disagree.
No thoughts, head empty.
No thoughts, head empty, just 3 out of 5.
As a song, though, let's say that I give it a 3.5, because it's not, like, something that I'm gonna, like, listen to, but I think that what it does very well.
Because I don't listen to it, I'd probably give it a 2.5.
Tree in the Hill, very good song.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, yes, I see.
Everyone
agreed.
is too emotionally literate.
I think it's the only song that goes that far, like, pulling out almost Shakespeare vibes. I think it's the only song that does that.
Oh, no.
We can give it a pass for that.
The writing here, totally fine, totally good. It really succinctly sums up Grover's emotions. It has some very high emotional moments. It does a really nice job of what it's doing, but there are too many songs that are like this. Everyone is too emotionally literate. They know exactly what they're feeling. They tell the audience exactly what they're feeling. People don't work like that a lot of the time.
Hey, it's a musical.
It's too much of the same emotional wavelength throughout the entire musical.
Hey, guess what, Ray? It's a musical. Like, no one is like this.
No, I mean, but I find writing a lot more compelling when characters reveal what they're feeling by saying something different. Like, I like people who are lying to themselves. I think that that's a lot more interesting, and I think that that's a lot more realistic, and no one in this show lies to themselves about how they feel.
I think that's very true to their characters, though, is the problem.
A little bit, yeah.
That's why. Because none of these characters are like that. So... I
disagree. They have really complicated emotions and don't always know what's going on. Like...
Just like the characters in the books. What? Percy, for, like, half this series is like, I really, like, want to hang out with Annabeth all the time, and I get really upset when she's talking about other guys, and I get really upset when she wants to spend the rest of her... or when she was thinking about spending the rest of her life as an immortal maiden.
And I'm really jealous of Luke.
And I don't understand why Annabeth is mad at me.
Okay,
Percy has zero emotional literacy. You're correct, which is one of the gripes I have with this musical.
This musical isn't about Persebeth, is the thing, because it's the Lightning Thief. We had like one Persebeth line.
But Percy is not an emotionally literate character. When he tells us what he's feeling, it's very simplistic and he likes to move on. He doesn't like to introspect. It makes him feel uncomfortable. And so these characters are unnaturally introspective. It's not a style of writing that I enjoy, and I think that it makes the musical overly saccharine and overly emotional.
There is that meme about who's better, Harry Potter or Percy Jackson, and I don't care about, like, the fighting or anything. Who's better at being unable to identify the emotions of their friends, Percy Jackson or Harry Potter?
Oh, dear God.
I say we move on from my question from hell. Tree of the Hill, 4 out of 5?
Yeah, I'd give it a 4. It's
good. Yeah,
good.
Agree. So, DOA and Here to Stay?
DOA.
Fucking great!
Are we here to stay? Are we dead on arrival?
I just want to hear Ray's... I just want to hear Ray shit on the song for a second before I start talking about how good it is. So, Ray, please.
It's fun. It's...
Boo! You're supposed to shit on the song!
Yeah, you're supposed to tell us how bad it is.
It's not my, like... I don't know. I love the part where it uses different songs that we know because the people are dead. The part where it references Smells Like Teen Spirit. That's fun. Some of the music, the humor doesn't quite work for me, like the references, but overall I wish that the musical had like more like fun, silly reference stuff. I really enjoy like the Percy Jackson dissonance between ancient Greek and modern culture. So this song does that really nicely. It's fine. I give it a 4.
Did I give it a rating yet? I already forgot.
You didn't yet.
I'm gonna say no. It's... Again, I want to give it like a 7 out of 5, but I don't think it's better than Good Kid or My Grand Plan. But it's so damn catchy.
It is very catchy.
Yep.
4.5 out of 5.
I'll just give it a 5 out of 5.
Go for it, Charlie. Good.
I will.
Can we shit on Son of Poseidon? Can we shit on Son of Poseidon? It is such a weird song.
I have to leave the podcast. Goodbye.
Please don't tell me you liked Son of Poseidon.
I listened to it a lot. Okay.
Oh, Charlie.
I don't think it's super musically memorable. I can't remember what the tune sounds like again, but I do know that it has a couple of callbacks in it, which I enjoy.
It's got callbacks to Good Kid. It's got callbacks to Put You in Your Place. Like...
So it gets points for those, because I enjoy both of those very much. The theming is weird here. The idea that Percy now relates to his father because he's also a screw-up. I don't know.
That's the part that fucks
I've
with me.
only watched it once. I don't remember what has prompted this, but that is kind of a weird take for them to have.
I assume that it's because his dad was like just a weirdo in his dream. He's like, it's a seashell. What belongs to the sea shall always return to the sea. And he says it in that weird ass voice, and then he just like leaves.
It's a seashell. No, it's a gift from a god.
Yeah.
It's
so he's like, oh, my dad is a weirdo. Cool. I relate.
Sure.
That's really what's holding this back for me. Like, in the books, Percy never had a moment of like, maybe my dad's okay. He's a little bit of a screw-up, but that's okay, because I am too. Like, no. He always had like a weird strained relationship with his father, where he also tried to like gain his approval.
Yeah, you're right. I just like listening to the song. I just keep forgetting that it's Percy Jackson.
It's catchy-ish, but really the spirit of the song holds it back for me, giving it stronger than a 2.
Right. It's simplified because they only have so much time to tell us about feelings, and they want to have a nice resolution.
They're literally like, we have 2 songs from the end, let's wrap this shit up.
This song is you know what this song makes me think of? It makes me think of in the Lightning Thief movie, when Logan Lerman does all that water shit and then makes the water trident, and he's like, yeah, maybe I am the son of Poseidon. You're welcome.
Yeah, I'll probably give... I do like the motifs coming back very, very much. So I was gonna give it a 2, but I give it a 3.
I give it a 4, because I'm terrible. My points off are for what y'all mentioned about Percy and his dad, and that's it. I also like a good battle song, so...
The Last Day of Summer, my dudes.
I need to talk... It's Last Day of Summer, it is fine, and I don't remember much about it. The only thing I remember is the iconic part where Percy's like,
yes,
you're the lightning thief!
No, the iconic part is when Luke is singing, and it's his villain song, and literally, okay, I put this on my villain playlist.
Oh my god, nice.
Imagine putting a Luke Castellan villain.
Like...
Imagine categorizing him as a viable villain.
Like, I just remember when somebody, like, tweeted out, like, just the Luke lyrics, and it made me feel emotions. I've been here since I was a kid. I did everything they ever asked. Yeah, I did. And for what? You know, this world will never be ours. As long as our parents rule over the stars, so... I don't...
Oh no, the part that really does it for me is the part where he's like, so I'll do anything. I don't care if I hurt anyone. It doesn't pay to be a good kid. Or a good kid, a good son. I'm like, ah!
Yeah! Literally, I'm broken.
I fucking love when the chords get, like, discordant and evil and whatnot. Yep. I honestly wish that they went a little harder with it. Like, I want him to be, like, belting out, and it's, like, dung in the background. Like fucking Phantom of the Opera.
Again, no, we're trying to not be a Hamilton podcast here, but The Room Where It Happened unironically sounds like a very villain song for... what's his name? Fucking
Aaron Burr.
Aaron Burr. And like, it's not supposed to really be a villain song at that point.
But he is the villain.
But it is his turning point into becoming a more villainous character. Like, you're totally right.
It's the beginning of his turning point, because his turning point is when Hamilton's like, "Fuck you! I'm not gonna show my support for you in the election. You're gonna lose the election."
Well, but the reason that happened is that after The Room Where It Happens, Aaron Burr switched parties to boot out Alexander's father-in-law. And so, like, this is where Aaron Burr becomes, like, the kind of person who would do anything.
So if they gave, I need to pull up the name of the actor. What's the name of the Luke actor again? It's... James Hayden Rodriguez?
Yes.
Sure.
If they gave James Hayden Rodriguez, sort of the same... If he did more sort of like the same kind of belting that Aaron Burr did in Room Where It Happened, I feel like this song would be a perfect for me, like a perfect 5 out of 5.
Yeah, I love the villain song portion. Let's go harder with it. You're so right.
Exactly. For what it is right now, 4 out of 5?
Yeah.
The opening part, I don't really remember what it sounds like, but I like the writing in it pretty decently, so, yeah, I'll also give it 4.
I enjoy that they bring it back to the summer camp vibes. If I were rating just the Luke part, it would be a 5 out of 5.
But because it has summer camp vibes, it's a 6 out of 5 now.
Because that's not the only part of the song, I'm like, oh, okay, 4 out of 5, I guess.
And now we bring on the last... I almost said bring on the last month. We bring on the last song.
5 out of 5.
Bring on the monsters.
Really?
It's so damn catchy. I left the musical humming the chorus.
I listened to this so much.
I think it's way too cliche. It does not really work for me.
It's way too cliche. It's like very simplistic. It's not the best song by far. I would give this a 3 out of 5, honestly. But the fact that it's so catchy, it's honestly, I think, the catchiest song in terms of, like, it's the last song in the musical, so it's gonna be stuck in your brain as you're leaving the theater.
That does happen.
Yep.
And they definitely did that on purpose. So I would, just for its, just for the gall of it, I would give it like a 5 out of 5.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm like,
it's good.
3, 2.5 maybe. Like...
Hey, Ray.
It's not poorly written. It's Charlie.
I literally said, like, bring on the monsters in the original trailer that Taylor and I did for this podcast.
Bring on the
because
monsters!
I love this song.
Bring on the monsters!
So, you're banned if you hate this song. You're banned.
I don't think Ray hates it.
It's good. It's good.
It's serviceable. It's cliche. Like, it's a totally fine closer, but once again, it just doesn't stand out. I think that this musical is just fine. And that I wish that it was, like, good or great instead.
Yeah. And because Charlie and I listened to the deluxe version with the bonus tracks, I think just for Ray's sake, we shouldn't go into much detail about them.
Well,
we should just
go
do
ahead.
I'd
love to hear what they're about. What did they cut? It's fascinating to me.
Okay. So they cut Camp Half-Blood, which, this song...
4 out of 5.
This song does not need to be in the musical, but I do like it on its own. This is apparently what the orientation film is.
Yes!
That's cute.
They just sing about how, like, only half of us survive, be glad you're still alive. Like, it's really sad. But they're singing it in such a, like, happy way, like, hey, we're here, be glad you're still alive.
sort of like that, the Duloc song from Shrek.
Oh my god, that's what it is. Literally.
I need to listen to this one. That sounds great.
Yeah. And then we have what's your rating for Camp Half-Blood? Charlie.
I mean, is it bad that I want to give, like, most of these 5 out of 5 because I just like them all? Except for, you know, the one.
Except for one, yeah. See, I said 4 out of 5. Pick a side. Pick a side, I believe, is the one where...
This one should have been in the musical.
Like, it should have been, but it's like, I believe it's what? The Iris message scene?
It probably would have been happening maybe after that or something. This is just, this is what's happening at camp.
Yeah, like, this would have been a look at Percy, Annabeth, and Grover, like, you know, Iris messaging Luke and be like, hey, what's up at camp? And it's like, everyone's in arms.
Yeah, Percy, Annabeth, and Grover aren't in this song at all. This is just the camp's
Which
perspective.
they shouldn't be.
Yeah, this is...
Yeah, it's the
This
camp.
is mostly Clarice, a little bit of Selena, and also Luke. Because Luke is like, can we, like, not have a war at camp, guys? And that's very interesting to me. And Clarice is like, we have to pick a side. We have to pick a fucking side. And she gets Selena onto it, even though Selena's like, oh, I don't want to fight. But, like, you know what? If you hate love, I'll fight you.
If you had to choose, it's a tie.
Yeah.
Pick a side, 5 out of 5, honestly. It's cute. I like it.
Yeah. This is very good. 5 out of 5.
Charlie, what's the next one?
Try.
Oh, God.
This is an emotional song. This is the trio singing the emotions all at once.
I want to give it a 1 out of 5 just because of how badly it hurts me, but also another 5 out of 5 for me.
Yeah, like...
There's one line in particular... You go.
I was just gonna say, Ray, if you want to combine all of the ballads into just this one, you probably could.
Oh, you realistically could.
I like that. That's very nice. And also the fact that the title is a pun. Great.
Yeah. I also want to point out, again, another Titan's Curse reference. The weight of the world on my shoulders, like Atlas is crushing me down.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure I sang it wrong. I have not listened to the song in a while, but still. It's good.
It's good.
5 out of 5?
Yeah.
Charlie, what are we going to give In the Same Boat?
Okay, I listened to this one just as much as Drive, because it's literally like the same song, but okay, the only problem I have with this song, which I guess I could put it at a 4.5, is that it takes out DOA. Like, if this song is in the musical, DOA does not exist.
Yes, this is the case. And I would, pretty much for the same reason, I would give it a 4 out of 5.
Very interesting.
But this is also the Persebeth song, which is the other thing. Like, we don't need a Persebeth song, but I do love it, because it's just Grover being like, hey, you guys don't have to fight like freaking Poseidon and Athena, but also stop flirting, because you're fighting flirting. Stop doing that. And my god, okay, great Annabeth line. Where the fuck is it? Where she's just saying, like, that I wish he would say something remotely smart, and he's like, the map was upside down. I have seen art of this. I love it so much.
It's great.
Very nice. That's adorable.
And now for Charlie's favorite off the bonus track, the Witless Minotaur. Right, Charlie, this is your favorite?
Fuck this song. We're done. No more. It doesn't need to be here. I assume it only exists because he's wearing underwear in the book, and that's why.
Yeah.
Like,
it's silly, it's dumb, it doesn't need to exist, but it's also, I kind of want to read it like a 17 out of 5 just to piss off Charlie.
0 out of 5. -5 out of 5.
I'd have to agree. Like, it does nothing. There's a reason. The other 4 songs, you could be like, oh, they had to make a tough choice to put it on the bonus track. This song, no, it's there out of pity.
Why is it here? Who wrote this? Who decided this was okay?
I don't think anyone
Also, why
it's
is
okay.
Kristen Stokes singing it?
Because she wants to.
She can do better than that.
Yes. So,
okay.
best song of Act 2?
Oh, did we not agree that was going to be my grand plan? Probably.
Yes. So now...
mine's probably Drive, TBH.
Drive is also good.
Drive is also a nice one. It's either Drive or Grand Plan. But if your favorite song from Act 1 is Good Kid, and your favorite song from Act 2 is Grand Plan, congratulations, you have made a Persebeth out of your Lightning Thief musical.
There we go. There we did it. Okay, I do want to talk quickly about, like, what songs weren't in the original of this, because I did see that. So, let's see. Another Terrible Day was not in there.
Is the original version what they call the 1 hour version?
I assume so. It doesn't, it's just the 1-act version. So,
right. Okay.
So Mr. D song was not in there. The Campfire song was not in there. Lost wasn't in there.
Did you already say that they did include the prologue?
Good Kid wasn't in there.
I think prologue was included, right?
Yeah, no, I'm going.
It just says The Day I Got Expelled, but maybe it does.
It's
have
yeah,
both.
no, it's both. It's both. Good Kid isn't fucking in there.
Huh. The opening is different. I'm looking at the lyrics, but it does appear to have a prologue. Sorry.
Yeah, there's a prologue. I'm literally just looking at the track listings. Instead, it's in the same boat instead of Drive. My Grand Plan is not in there. Weirdest Dream Reprise is not in there.
But Tree on the Hill is in there. It's interesting that Grover gets a song, but Annabeth doesn't.
Well, Percy also doesn't get his song. So, like, they both don't get their ballads. So I guess this is the one that you want. This is the version that you want instead. Son of Poseidon doesn't exist, so both of you were happy. And neither does Bring on the Monsters.
Oh, so it looks like their finale is another version of The Day I Got Expelled. They bring it back to the
Which
opener.
makes sense. I also like that.
Yeah.
I like that Last Day of Summer is in 2 parts. So that way you have the Luke interaction maybe, and then you have everyone else.
Right. That's cool.
There's another song on here called Good Weird that's a Persebeth song, maybe? It's Percy and Annabeth.
It has 2 lines. It's Percy says, "This is weird," and Percy and Annabeth say, "But a good weird."
Why? What the fuck?
That's it. That's the whole song.
What is wrong with these people?
They're theater nerds, that's what's wrong.
This musical was nominated for things, but it did not win anything.
Did not win a single thing. It got nominated like 6 times.
Fuck everyone who exists. I hate that. I'm upset.
I mean, listen, realistically, considering what it was going up against, it's very nice that they got nominated.
No, it should have won. Do we have any other thoughts, feelings? Do we love Percy in a hoodie? Do we love Grover in a tie-dye shirt?
Of course.
Yeah. Percy in the blue hoodie is iconic.
Yeah, as you wear the blue hoodie in your Camp Applet shirt right now.
I have to commit to the bit. And a blue beanie and blue headphones. I am blue, dabba dee, dabba die.
Exactly. Yeah.
Do the kids know blue dabba dee dabba die these days?
No, I think they barely know what Rickrolling is, I think, these days.
And yet Rickrolling still happens.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm trying to think if I have any other like what happened on stage thoughts, because Ray has not seen it.
Right.
And we have. Ray, did I tell you that instead of water, they use like toilet paper?
Oh, yeah. They use toilet paper with, that's attached to like a leaf blower. It's great.
Yeah.
That's incredible. I love that.
That's the water effects in these musicals.
It's like, that play that they see in Avatar where they have all those like blue ribbons and stuff, except instead of ribbons, it's fucking toilet paper.
You're right. You are so right.
That's very good. I like the vibes of that.
You know, someone should dress up as Percy, musical Percy, and then just carry around some fucking toilet paper and throw it at people. Oh my god, I'm trying to think of other things. I mean, it's also like just a very like good, simple set and everything. Have you seen the images of what the cast look like, my dude?
I'm sure that I watched it once. I do not have a good memory of it. I'm almost positive that I've seen a recording of it. But like when stuff is like low quality, it doesn't stick as well. So
yeah. My only other thought that I can think of is Chiron and how they do him. When I saw him, they literally just like stuck on a little tail and he gallops weird when he's on the stage.
Yeah. Yes.
Like they don't.
It's very silly.
They don't add like a horse thing to him. They just give him a tail.
Okay, good.
So
couldn't splurge for a horse costume, guys.
It's. You know what? They don't need to, because that enough is great. This musical is not to be taken seriously. It is Percy Jackson. It is camp.
Yeah, literally camp.
Camp in more ways than one.
The only thing I want to comment on is that when I went to go see it, I didn't have a Camp Half-Blood shirt at the time, but so many people were wearing Camp Half-Blood shirts in the crowd, in the audience, and I found that very nice.
Aw,
I'm pretty sure I wore my Camp Half-Blood shirt when I went, so, and then I bought the CD.
Yeah, I also bought the CD. I bought the Lightning Thief, like, big, like, table book they had, and I bought one of the shirts that I think it says Bring on the Monsters? Something Monsters.
I don't think I bought a shirt.
Very nice.
I definitely bought something else, but I don't remember what it was. I thought I bought something else.
It was your brain.
Yeah.
If I had gone to see this the first time that I heard these songs, I would probably like them more than I do. It's a different kind of experience than just like listening through an album.
I mean, I'm the kind of person who does not listen through the album until I've seen the whole thing. So that's what I force myself to be like, no, I can't listen to it. And then I watch the thing and I'm like, cool, I can now listen through it. And
right. If I know that I'm going to be able to see something, but I do not frequently get chances to see things. So.
Alrighty, my dudes. Robert, where can the people find you on the interwebs?
Depending on when this episode goes up, I don't know if I'll be out of my vacation or not.
This will be January.
Okay, I'll be out of my vacation by then, so I'll be posting again. You can find me on the internet posting memes about Percy Jackson podcasts on Instagram at the damn meme page. Twitter is probably dead at this point.
Yeah, in the future, tell us if Twitter is dead or not.
I'm predicting it right now. Twitter will shut down by January. Calling it now. And I occasionally post funny little Percy Jackson memes on the TikTok, the damn meme page. Damn is spelled D-A-M. If you'd like to hear me in the podcast verse, I host a podcast with my friend Darian where we talk about Kim Possible. It's called That's a Sitch. And Darian and I are also joined by 3 other podcasting friends for a podcast called Entering Storybrooke, where we talk about Once Upon a Time, the ABC television show featuring fairy tales. It's getting good. It's getting good.
And we've had almost all of those people on, except, well, Darian will come on next week. And Carter is still elusive.
Carter is fucking... I don't know what they do. They do so much.
Carter exists in another verse.
Yeah, that's only accessible by Erica, and also only sometimes. Erica has told me on many occasions, she'll be like... She'll try and text Carter, and Carter will take like 3 days to reply.
my god.
So yeah, that's where you can find me in the universe. If you find me on the streets at any point, mind your business.
Yeah, I'll stalk you.
You don't have my address. Actually, you might. I don't know if I posted.
I can't remember. What are our media plugs? Do we have any media plugs, my dudes? What have y'all been watching, reading, listening to? Guess what I did on Thanksgiving, because I left after appetizers, because yikes, Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving. I watched Strange Worlds, which is Disney's new addition to generational trauma. It was very cute. I liked it. I enjoyed it. Also, we got another first gay character in a Disney movie.
Again?
First gay Disney character.
Another one? How many times do you have to teach this lesson, old man?
Apparently they're not distributing it to, like, where is it? China and somewhere else? So, like, maybe that's
Russia.
why. But also, it wasn't that gay. Like it was gay.
Was it gayer than LeFou and the cop from the fucking magic Disney movie? I forget what it's called. Fucking
Onward?
Beauty and the Beast.
Onward.
Oh, you said okay.
So there's LeFou from Beauty and the Beast. There's the cop from Onward.
Right.
There's that one couple in, I think, Incredibles 2, who may not even be a couple, just two girls chilling with a baby.
I think that's Finding Dory you're talking about.
Finding Dory, yes, my bad.
Yes.
Finding Dory.
There's Star Wars, of course.
There's Star Wars.
Okay. The first real out gay character in a Disney piece of media is from Andi fucking Mack. So everyone needs to shut their fucking mouths. We've had our first gay Disney character who said, like, I'm gay. So, like, everyone shut up. But, yeah. He did not say he was gay in the movie, but yes, there was a guy, and he was like, I don't know how to talk to him. He's my friend. I like him. And, everyone gave him advice, and it was very cute. And I believe at the end they're together. But that's not important to the rest of the story, so... There's your spoilers.
Andi Mack was kind of iconic for all the shit it did, honestly.
Andi Mack was so good, and it's not on Disney Plus because one of the actors was an asshole.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
That's a real shame that, like, something little like that can ruin something for everybody.
Yep. Okay, someone else go before I rant.
Ray, go quick, and I'll go quick after, because I can, like, book it soon.
Okay, I'll just say Hadestown again, because it's topically relevant. Listen to Hadestown if you haven't. You like Greek mythology? You like music that sounds fucking good as hell? Do it.
Are you saying that this musical
It'll make you cry
sounds good
hard.
as hell? Does this musical sounds good as hell? Huh?
And for me on the other side, ironically, the other side, since we're keeping with a little theme, I would recommend the Beetlejuice musical. I've been re-listening to that, and I want to go see the show at some point later this year.
I'm so fucking jealous.
It's so fucking great. I love it. Yeah, Beetlejuice the musical, and also Beetlejuice the movie, and also Beetlejuice the cartoon.
Okay, but mostly Beetlejuice the musical. It's the best one.
I believe there's also a Beetlejuice book adaptation. Maybe don't read that one. It might be bad.
If you say so.
But yes.
Yeah, that sure is a podcast.
To honor the gods.
Yeah. Shows that Robert listens to our podcast. He knows the sting. He knows the things. There you go. Well, get out of my fucking cabin, because I'm gonna go bring on the monsters.
Well, I'm gonna go drive. Just drive.
No singing!
Stay ahead and stay alive.
And I'm just gonna go be a good kid.
Good kid, good son. We're ending the podcast so I can sing now, and God, I need it so fucking bad. I need to sing. You can follow the podcast socials at Of the Eldest Gods Pod on Instagram and at Of the Eldest Gods on Twitter. You can send an iris message to us through oftheeldestgodspod@gmail.com. If you'd like to support us financially, go to patreon.com/oftheeldestgods. By becoming a patron, you can join the Movie Night Crew Network server, where you get to chat with us and hear some no-context spoilers about episodes we are recording. I personally recommend the $5 tier, where you get access to Against All Odds, our bonus show where we talk about basically anything vaguely related to mythology, Percy Jackson, or whatever we like. We also have a merch store on TeePublic, where all our designs are made by Charlie. Or if you cannot support us financially, please give us a review on iTunes and rate us on Spotify to help others know how much you love this podcast. You can follow me, Ray, at HeyHeyRay on Twitter. I also have another podcast called Barbie Movie Slap, where my co-host Ted and I talk about the Barbie cinematic universe. You can check out that podcast Twitter at Barbie Slaps.
You can follow me, Charlie, at GreenPixie12 on most platforms, but on Twitter, I'm at GreenPixie123, which I'm totally not salty about. I also have an art Instagram that I sometimes use at GreenPixieDraws. I sometimes do the YouTube thing on my channel, Charlie Mack, that's MACK, and I also have another podcast on the network called Fandoms Gone Wrong, where my mom and I talk about movies, TV shows, books, whatever other fandoms we enjoy. You can find that on all the major podcasting apps. Our music was written by Isabel Strauss-Riggs and recorded and edited by Ian M. Riggs. You can find Izzy at Kane_I, that's I is in the body part, on Instagram and Twitter. She also currently makes video essays on the YouTube channel Kane I. Feel free to message her about making music for your project or editing your podcast. Of the Eldest Gods is proud to be a part of Deus Ex Media, which features great podcasts like My Cabbages, an Avatar podcast that follows the true hero of the Avatar The Last Airbender series, the Cabbage Cart Guy.
Coffee, tea, honor, cabbage. Long ago, the four elements lived in harmony. Then, shit went totally cray when the Avatar attacked. Only the Cabbage Man, merchant of fine cruciferous vegetables, could stand against his trolling. But when the world needed some dank veg, he vanished. 10 years have passed, and my partner and I have started a new podcast.
My Cabbages! An Avatar podcast.
A weekly show about Avatar The Last Airbender. Whether it's Sokka's new line of cologne.
Hey, look at you, sitting there on a seal. Well, now look back at me. I'm on an even bigger seal. Now look away.
D&D related antics.
You have to make an acrobatics check for that, and Aang just like unzips his pants and whips out his D20s. He's just like, I got this.
Or randomly breaking into song.
Bending waterfall.
We'll stumble our way through the greatest show ever made, one episode at a time.
You can reach us at CabbageCast, which is our Twitter, or
subscribe wherever you catch pod.
Rotten cabbages? What kind of slum do you think this is?
Of the Eldest Gods is based on the series by Rick Riordan. Right now we are discussing Percy Jackson and the Olympians. Remember to follow us on your favorite podcatcher and meet us back here every Thursday.
Bro.
So Charlie's gonna do an intro, then I say my cabin, then Charlie says their cabin, and then it's your turn.
And then you're Robert from Cabin 9, if you did not remember that.
I'm Robert from Cabin Your Face.
Fuck off.
Good.
I'm Robert from Cabin Among Us.
Among Us.
Among Us. Alright, come on, let's do this thing. Let's stop being silly. I'm mainly speaking to me.
Deus Ex Media.